Hi, this is Josh Williams with Ronin Training Center's MMA program. I'm here today with Melvin Harris. We're going to go over one last little tidbit as far as when we take a guy from the center of the cage where the fight starts and we drive him towards the fence in order to cut him off and limit his mobility. Now, we've talked about how we do that, but we didn't necessarily talk about the intricacies of necessarily where I want to take him, okay? I know I want to take him to the fence, but is all points in the cage equal? And the answer is no, it's not. If I take him away from my corner, I could take him to his corner where he can be listening to his cornermen give him instructions on how he should be getting out of that situation. I don't want that. I would prefer that once we get to the center, our fighter takes control of the center and steers me back to our corner, okay? Then our fighter, in this case it would be Melvin, is close enough that he can hear our cornerman shouting instructions to him. And depending on who your coach is in the corner, shout out to Chad Van Sickle, that guy then has to listen to a corner man talk smack to him the entire time, okay? So the last segment we worked on coming in off of a jab into a post and driving me to the cage. In this one, we're gonna cover that, and Melvin's gonna steer me. Once we come out in the open, we'll move for a second. Melvin will line me up with our corner. He's gonna come in off of a jab into a post, walk me to the corner, and David is our corner man today. I don't know that David has enough experience to talk smack to Melvin, but do your best. All right, so we're starting center. Fight starts here. We're moving around. Melvin eventually cuts me off. I'm not paying attention as far as where we're at. I'm most basically just reacting to Melvin. So when Melvin cuts me off and I start backing up, as soon as he sees that he's got me in the path of the corner that we want to go to, he's going to pump that jab and then come in behind his post. And now, not only am I stuck against the cage where I'm going to take a beating, but Melvin is in perfect position where he can listen to his corner man give him instructions, and it can really frustrate me as the other guy if I'm sitting here listening to this guy tell this guy how good a job he's doing kicking my ass. All right? So, for corner's sake, when we take a guy from the center and we drive him back, not any cage panel is equal. We want to drive this man towards your corner where you can listen to your corner men and your coaches. All right? Again, we're out here, we're moving around. Melvin intentionally cuts me off and steers me back, and then drives me straight back to this point where he opens his attack. Now, let's say that Melvin, and this isn't necessarily the case, Melvin is more of a stand-up striker, but let's say that Melvin hits a big lift over here against the cage. So he drives me back, we end up here, he comes in, and I'll lean forward, just pick me up. All right, so I go here, Melvin picks me up. Rather than slam me somewhere out here, he's gonna turn me, take me to this corner, and this is where I go down. Right in front of his corner man, where, just like the last one, he can hear all the advice and instructions he needs to hear for that battle in front of his corner with his coaches. Rather than being out here in no man's land, where it's all up to him.